why are blogs so important? I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time on this, but we have to talk about blogging because it's such a huge reality in today's social internet. If you're using Google, you're on blogs, whether you realize it or not. Because Google favors blogs so heavily that the things that come up on the first page, if you search for virtually anything, in most cases, at least half of the listings are blogs. Okay. Why do they rank so heavily? Well, there's a few things that search engines look for that blogs do very well. And the first is that they generally have a lot of unique, relevant content. Okay. Now let's just stop there for a second and go back to where we started, which is Barack Obama. Barack Obama created a website during his campaign where you could sign up for an account and you could have friends in part of a neighborhood. It was a social network. I mean, in fact, one of his advisors was a founder of Facebook, so you can tell where that came from. But it was a very effective platform. But if you were one of his supporters, you could sign up for an account and you could blog on his website. Not your own, not WordPress, not TypePad, not Blogger, but you could blog, you could describe your engagement with his campaign and your experience with his campaign on a blog that was on his website. So his supporters were creating content on his behalf. Okay, it was on his website. Now, his competitor, right, John McCain, and again, I don't care if you like him or hate him, but he had on his website maybe a couple thousand pages of content, maybe 2,000 or 3,000. I don't know the actual number. Okay, but Barack Obama's website had hundreds of thousands of pages of unique, relevant content. Because if you blogged on his website at the time of his campaign, you would have been one of over 60,000 people blogging on his website. So who do you think Google favored? It's just their algorithm. If you searched for anything political, Barack Obama's website came up first. I mean, just simple things. The quantity of unique, relevant content. And it stands true for what he did in his campaign, and it stands true for what you do, because blogs are essentially online journals, so people constantly add more stuff. And so these blogs get huge after a while, and search engines love that. They also like new information, new, fresh information. And a blog's a journal. So people, in most cases, are adding new things once a week, once a day, once every 2 weeks. Okay? So there's always something new, and the search engines love it. And finally, the search engines reward a robust link structure around a blog, or around any website, actually. And so essentially, like if I'm a website and you're a website, or a blog, right? Let's use those words interchangeably for now. If I link to your blog, that's considered a vote of confidence, right? The search engines look at that and say, wow, look at that. This website endorsed that website by linking to it, right? So if you have 100 inbound links to your website and I only have 3 inbound links to mine, your website will rank higher in that category. There's other things that affect it, but within the link category, you're definitely going to score much higher than me because you have a lot more inbound links. Okay? And if you want to think just in a metaphor, the difference, let's say there's a line right here, and there's the old internet and the new internet. Well, on the old internet, kind of these static websites. Okay? Picture that you're like flying over the South Pacific, and all you see is thousands of islands out there in the ocean, and none of them are connected. There's no bridges, just islands and water, right? And then over on here, the blogosphere, all the blogs, you have like this dense, like, have you ever seen one of those balls that's made of rubber bands, where it's just completely dense content? That's like the blogosphere. Okay, so if Google, someone searches for a particular keyword phrase, and Google has to decide whether or not to put them on an island surrounded by water or in the middle of the densest content they can find on the internet on that topic, the blogs win. Right? The blogs win every time.